Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through all that noise and really get to what matters in this, well, information overloaded world. Today, we are taking a really wide look at global AI news. All the vital stuff that just dropped, basically, on July 31st, 2025.
Yeah, there's a ton to get through.
Absolutely. So our mission here is to boil all these updates down into something clear, concise, and honestly pretty compelling. We're not just listing headlines. We want to unpack why this stuff matters to you. It's like you're fast track to being totally clued in on AI breakthroughs, challenges, and yeah, some genuinely surprising twists.
And we've pulled this from a really comprehensive set of sources, global news, different industries. It gives us this, panoramic view of how AI is reshaping things right now.
Exactly. Infrastructure, regulations, jobs, even K-pop, apparently.
Oh, yeah, and some legal dramas, too.
Okay, let's dive in. Let's unpack this. First stop, Europe. OpenAI is making some massive moves there. Stargate, Norway. Tell us about that.
Right. So this is their first AI data center in Europe. And it's not small. It's a 50-50 deal with Nescale and Acre ASA. They're aiming for, get this, 100,000 Nvidia GPUs by late 2026.
Wow, 100,000. That's huge.
It is, and it's designed to run entirely on renewable energy. Plans are for 230 megawatts, possibly expanding by another 290. So yeah, a really top-tier AI infrastructure project for Europe.
And who gets to use it?
Well, what's interesting is Norwegian AI startups and researchers get priority access. It fits right in with the EU's bigger 10 billion push for these new AI factories. They're building up that sovereign capability.
Sovereign AI capability. Okay, that term keeps popping up.
Yeah.
Why is having that national control so critical for Europe?
Well, it's partly economic, obviously, independent, but it's also huge for data security, right?
Yeah.
Keeping data local under local laws. And it's about, making sure critical AI isn't totally reliant on foreign tech, embedding your own values into it. Strategic autonomy, basically.
Got it. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, speaking of strategy and laws, the EU AI Act. It's rolling out, right? Phase 2.
Yep. Starting August 2nd, so very soon. There's a key deadline for general-purpose AI models, GPAI.
What do they need to do?
They have to keep really detailed technical documents, architecture, training data, how they evaluated it, and publish summaries of the content used for training. It's a big push for transparency and accountability. I mean, these AI systems affect hiring, healthcare, critical stuff.
Transparency, accountability.
Yep.
Sounds good. But not everyone's happy. We're hearing pushback.
Definitely. There's a group of about 40 major organizations, publishers, performers, authors, representing nearly 17 million creatives.
Wow.
Yeah. They're protesting how the act is being implemented. They argue the current plan kind of favors the generative AI companies. Their point is these companies often use copyrighted material for training without enough transparency or, permission. They feel like copyright is being infringed constantly.
So it's that classic tension. Innovation versus creator rights.
Exactly. It's a really tricky balance to strike, a legal and ethical tightrope.
Okay, let's hop over the channel. The UK, they've got big AI ambitions too with this compute roadmap and £1 billion behind it.
Yeah, they're serious. The goal is explicit. Shift from being an AI consumer to an AI maker. This $1 billion investment aims to boost their AI research resources AR to 420 AI exaflops by 2030.
Exaflops.
Yeah.
Just to remind us, that's a massive amount of computing power, right?
Astronomical. Like hundreds of thousands of today's top AI chips working together. They've already got supercomputers like Isambard AI online, now the UK's most powerful. Edinburgh is becoming the first national supercomputing center, and they're planning more AI growth zones in Scotland and Wales.
So it's real infrastructure, not just funding announcements.
It's Precisely, and they've set up a sovereign AI unit too, again, that focus on national capability and security. Plus an AI for science strategy. It's a very comprehensive long-term vision.
All right, let's broaden the view now. Look at some other impacts, from market fights to language preservation.
Yeah.
Meta's facing issues in Italy.
That's right. Italy's antitrust watchdog is investigating Meta. The allegation is they lose their dominance by baking Meta AI right into WhatsApp without really asking users first.
Just pre-installing it.
Yeah. And the worry is this just steers everyone towards Meta's AI, crushing competitors and locking users in. Regulators are watching how big tech bundles AI into popular apps very closely.
Okay. And then something quite different from Latvia, TildeLM.
Yes, this is fascinating. Tilde, a Latvian company, is building an open-source large language model, 30 billion parameters, specifically for Baltic and Eastern European languages.
Why is that needed?
Because most major LLMs, they focus on English, maybe a few other big languages, smaller languages, and there are over 80 in Europe, often get ignored because there's less digital data. So TildeLM is about digital equity, data sovereignty,
Hmm.
making sure these languages have a place in the AI future. They even got 2 million GPU hours on the LUMI supercomputer for it. That's serious backing.
That's incredible. Using AI to include, not exclude. But the human side isn't always so positive. Voice actors seem worried.
They are, definitely. As AI voices get better and cheaper, voice actors in Europe and the US are really concerned about their livelihoods. Groups like United Voice Artists, over 20,000 actors, are pushing for stronger rules, clear consent, fair pay if their voice is used for training.
You can see why.
Absolutely. A French actor, Boris Reilinger, made the point that AI just can't capture real human emotion, the nuance. And there was this German TikTok campaign, Protect Art Elegance, Not AI, that got almost 9 million views.
Wow. So there's real public feeling there, too.
Yeah, it's a big debate about protecting human creativity, especially when you hear even Netflix is experimenting with AI dubbing.
Okay, let's shift to the giants. Big tech, big money, and some pretty big questions. China summoning Nvidia. What's the story there?
This is definitely a major geopolitical signal. Beijing called in Nvidia to talk about their H20 chips.
The ones designed to get around U.S. export controls.
Exactly. Now, China's regulators seem to be viewing them as a potential national security risk, so it signals a tougher stance. It puts Nvidia in a really difficult position, balancing business with these escalating tech tensions and security worries. A very tricky tightrope.
Right, and even with those tensions, China's internal AI scene is booming.
Oh, absolutely, especially in open source. After DeepSeek made waves, other Chinese firms like Zippo AI, Alibaba, StepFun, MiniMax, Tencent, they're all pushing out major open source model updates. It's actually pretty striking. 8 of the top 10 open source models on Hugging Face right now are from China. It shows massive domestic innovation really pushing the boundaries despite external pressures.
Interesting. Now, inside the enterprise AI market, things seem to be shifting too. Is Anthropic taking over from OpenAI?
It certainly looks like a major challenge is underway. Anthropic now apparently holds about 32% of the enterprise LLM market. OpenAI was reportedly at 50% just 2 years back.
What's driving that shift?
Enterprises seem to really like Anthropic's Claude models. They're citing reliability, better security features, and strong performance on specific tasks like coding or data analysis, especially important in regulated industries. And this is happening as enterprise spending on LLMs has basically doubled in the first half of 2025, hitting something like $8.4 billion. So the pie is growing, but Anthropic's grabbing a bigger slice.
All right, okay, and talking about grabbing things, this next story is pretty wild. Meta being sued over adult videos for AI training. Seriously.
Yes, this one's a bombshell. 2 adult film companies are suing Meta. They alleged Meta pirated almost 2,400 of their copyrighted videos using BitTorrent specifically to train AI models.
Wow, and they're seeking.
Over $350 million in damages. It just throws a harsh spotlight on the really messy ethical and legal questions around AI training data, especially when it involves copyrighted sensitive material.
It really underlines the need for clear rules and, well, ethical sourcing for training data.
Absolutely. Ignoring intellectual property, especially like this, could have massive consequences.
Okay, let's touch on a couple more from the big players. Google Cloud and their agent-to-agent protocol.
Right, they've released version 0.3. It's about creating a more stable way for different AI agents to actually work together within a company. Seems like over 150 organizations are already using it.
And Google's also testing age estimation tech. How does that work?
Yeah, in the US, it uses machine learning to analyze Google account data searches, YouTube history, activity to estimate a user's age. The goal is to filter content and apply protections for minors automatically. Users can also verify with an ID, though.
Interesting. Okay, final section. Let's look at AI's human impact, investment trends, shaping jobs, shaping research. The U.S. National Science Foundation is investing big.
Yes, the NSF, along with Capital One and Intel, announced a $100 million investment. It's going into 5 new national AI research institutes and a central coordinating hub. These institutes will focus on key areas: mental health, finding new materials, STEM education, how humans and machines collaborate, drug discovery. It's a strategic push to keep the U.S. at the forefront, focusing on societal benefits.
And what about the impact on jobs? We hear a lot about that, particularly in places like India.
There's a ServiceNow report out predicting that agentic AI, these are the AIs that can plan and act more autonomously, will reshape over 10 million jobs in India by 2030. Manufacturing, retail, education are expected to see the biggest changes.
Reshape. Does that mean replace?
Not necessarily entirely. Reshape is the key word. It means tasks might be automated, roles might change, skills needed will shift. But the same report also forecasts over 3 million new tech jobs in India in the next 5 years. So it reflects this broader move towards a digital economy. It's more about evolution and adaptation of roles than just jobs vanishing wholesale.
That's a really important distinction. And on the positive side of impact, AI seems to be making education more accessible in India, Arivion.
Yeah, this is a great example. Arivihan is an AI edtech startup that just raised over $4 million. They've built a fully automated AI tutor platform.
No human teachers involved.
Apparently not directly in the tutoring loop. It offers personalized learning, instant help with questions, AI study plans, and because it's automated, they say it's like 10 times more scalable and affordable. They're specifically targeting students in smaller towns, rural areas who might not otherwise get access to good tutoring. And they're reporting big results like students improving performance by 42% in a month.
Wow. That's AI potentially leveling the playing field in education. Really powerful. Okay, what a whirlwind deep dive that was. We've covered so much ground, global infrastructure bills, new regulations taking shape, these really intense legal battles over training data.
Yeah, and how AI is changing everything from logistics and chip manufacturing to K-pop performance and even helping find new medicines in our own genome.
Plus that huge impact on jobs, the way work is changing, but also how AI might democratize things like education in India, the massive investments pouring in from governments and VCs.
It's just undeniable. AI isn't just some tech trend. It feels more like a societal earthquake, doesn't it? Creating these incredible opportunities, but forcing us to confront really tough questions.
Absolutely. Questions about ethics, about who owns what, about the future of work itself. So as these AI systems get smarter, more autonomous, more integrated into everything we do, the question for you is how will you navigate all this?
Yeah. What role is left for human creativity, for human judgment in this, well, brave new world AI is helping to create right now?
Something to think about. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.